So I'm down here in Can Pastilla to bring you a winter update from here in the resort. Now, it's actually occurred to me that I don't have very much recorded content on my channel about Can Pastilla over here in the Playa de Palma, so I thought I'd bring you this small winter update to show you how the resort is preparing for the season ahead. Now, I'm starting my video today on the far side of Can Pastilla. I am in Cala Estancia, which is this beautiful little bay here, just off the main beach. Now, you're going to see here that not everything is closed for the winter. While many of the shops, restaurants and bars have indeed closed down for the winter, you're going to find that there's some absolutely fantastic little bars and restaurants just down by Cala Estancia beach. Now, we have at Mel's Bar, which is a British bar here. They do a really good English breakfast. I can vouch for that. And you've got some really lovely Spanish restaurants up here. So if you are thinking of coming over to see us before the beginning of the season, you know that you're going to be able to get some really nice food down here. Now, I think I've eaten at pretty much most of these places actually along here at one point or another. But most of all, I'm actually looking forward to this restaurant at the end here, to Roca Beach, opening for the summer, because they have some absolutely amazing food here. Lots of really nice Spanish food. Now, of course, at the end of this little walkway here, you can walk all the way around to Puro Beach Club, which is also shut for the season. But of course, we're going to head down now towards Can Pastilla. Now, this time of year is just a fantastic time of year to visit. I've got this wonderful sunshine at the moment, this wonderful winter sunshine. And I have heard many tourists in the resort as I've come through today. It's great to see that people are visiting. So if you are not a big fan of the summer months over here, the hot summer months, and I really do recommend coming over here before the season starts. Now, weather-wise, we have a really mixed bag of weather at the moment. I've seen some people sitting out wearing shorts and t-shirts, but the wind is actually still quite cold here. It doesn't quite feel like spring just yet. We've got highs today of around 15 degrees. Now, on these beaches along here, you're going to find over the winter months that you do get a lot of seaweed on the beaches. And you can see the brown just here. It isn't dirt, it isn't pollution, it is just dried seaweed. But when we go on through to the summer, you're going to find these beaches that are all being cleared. Now, I've noticed down here in Can Pastilla, Cala Estancia way here, that there are more restaurants open here than you're going to find in some of the other resorts actually. So I've been up in Alcudia recently, and you can check out that video on my channel. Now, also the reason that you're going to find more places open down here is because we're right near the airport, so we can just see a plane taking off from the airport behind us. So this is a really, really easy place to come just for a long weekend break, especially if you're in Northern Europe and you want a little bit of sunshine over the winter. So while many of the resorts really do feel empty at this time of year, you just don't get that feeling over here. And we're just coming into Can Pastilla, and I can see one of the main seafood restaurants open today. And I'm here midweek as well, so you can come down and get your fresh seafood too, which is just absolutely fantastic. I'm just passing the lobster tank here too. The downside of being down here though is that you are going to find a lot of the ticket offices are closed for the winter. A lot of rental places are also closed as well. But we'll get back to that later on in this video, because I'm going to show you somewhere where that is open all season, where you can actually get bicycle rentals. Now, we're just coming up towards the beach here in Can Pastilla on the Playa de Palma, and this stretches, as you will well know, it stretches all the way down towards Arenal. And it is the most wonderful stretch of sand too. Now look, we can see big piles of sand here on the beach that have been deposited. And you're going to find that you're going to get a redistribution of this sand as well, because obviously with the storms that we get over the winter, a lot of this sand does get blown around, it does get blown away. So they do put more sand down, just to make the quality of the beach a lot better as we go on into the spring. Now right behind me I'm passing another bar that's open, and straight ahead of me as well I can see another great restaurant that's so cheap actually. I did eat here the other week with a friend of mine who works up here, and we had lunch, and I think we paid less than, it was around €8.95 for a main course, which was absolutely fantastic. And that's at the Nogues restaurant. They do breakfasts here. They do things like fish and chips and salad, chicken and chips. Definitely worth popping in as well. And if you get the right table too, you also have really nice views of the beach as well. Really good value. So we're just coming to the area as well. You can see the bike path going down that runs along the side of the beach. We do come down here quite frequently actually, and we rent bicycles. And you can come up from Palma too. This bike path runs all the way down to Palma. I can see there's some electric Harleys on here. Now these guys look like tourists. They look like they've rented these a little bit further up into the Playa de Palma. Now I'm literally surrounded by rentals, whether it's car, boat, jet ski rentals, scooter rentals, bike rentals, but as you can see many of these places are closed. Now although there are a lot of places open, you're still going to see many of these little bars have been fenced off and closed up for the season. Now I am hearing from other resorts around the island that the start of the season is going to be around the 1st of March. Some hotels are going to wait till the 1st of April to open. But I think we're going to see many of these resorts really starting to open up from the beginning of March. And to also capture the Easter visitors, because we do have an early Easter this year. And I can still see that they've left the beach umbrellas up on the beach here. It feels like the season has been lengthened a little bit, because no sooner have the sunbeds been taken up, then I think they're going to put them back out again. So those sunbeds we're going to expect to see back on the beaches, hopefully for Easter. They normally come out definitely on the 1st of May, but if you are coming over earlier, then we may well see a return of the sunbeds on the beaches just a little bit earlier this year. Just passing by Flip Flop Cafe as well. That's a really nice cafe to pick up quite an inexpensive lunch, especially at this time of year. They do nice avocado toast there. Get some great views. Obviously the sea's not normally like this, because this is a big windsurfing and kite surfing area, so often you get much stormier seas, and I can see a windsurfer really far out in the distance. So again, some of these cafes are just great to have a bite to eat and watch the water sports in front of you. I can just see somebody heading on into the water. Now, just for information, if you are coming over here on holiday, then just bear in mind that the breeze does pick up here sort of around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock-ish. You do find the water sports enthusiasts going out around then. It's a lot calmer over here in the mornings, but you can find a breeze picking up, which also makes it ideal conditions to get out on the water. I can even see some tourist shops open at this time of year as well, which is really good to see. I'm just coming around the back of the beach here. If you are staying over here in the self-catering accommodation, then there are plenty of supermarkets, the big supermarkets, and also these little mini marts, these spas as well. We can pick up food. Now I can hear a lot of drilling going on around the Hotel El Cid. I can see a lot of renovations being done around this area as well. Now the Hotel El Cid is sometimes open over the winter months, but this year I cannot see it open at all. Instead, it looks like they're doing some renovations and just making the whole area around it just a little bit better. But you can see there's actually quite a few renovations taking place all over Can Pastilla at the moment. You're going to find lots of roads are being dug up. So it's going to be interesting to see as we go into the summer what improvements have been made. I can see they're doing some maintenance work outside the El Cid as well. Looks like they're blast cleaning the tiles. Now, the absolute advantage of having some of these hotels closed over the winter months is that you are going to see them being radically improved for the summer. Many of the other resorts around Europe, well, particularly down in the Canary Islands, if these hotels do not close, I think sometimes it's very, very hard to actually refurbish them. So this is a great opportunity for many of the hotels here in Mallorca. And at this time of year, you're going to get a lot of fishermen out, enjoying the empty beaches and getting some fishing done. I also see a beach club open down here. It's the H2O restaurant, which is quite nice. Got some nice chilled out music playing out in there too. Honestly, compared to some of the other resorts, if it wasn't for the lack of the sheer number of tourists that you normally do get out here, and some of these restaurants and hotels that have been whited out for the winter season, it really does feel like an early start to the summer over here in Can Pastilla. Now, apart from private accommodation rentals that you will find over here in Can Pastilla, I'm coming up to the one hotel which I know is open at this time of year, and it's the very beautiful Fontanella's Playa, which you can see in front of me. There's a bar and a restaurant right outside it too, and you're literally about 5 minutes walk from Can Pastilla itself. It's such a beautiful day today. You see people sunbathing on the barley beds and sitting around the pool, but it's really nice to see that such a huge hotel is still open over the winter months. What's more as well, I can see some very brave tourists have gone for a swim over here on the beach in Can Pastilla. Okay everyone, that's just a very short video today, just to take a quick look around Can Pastilla to show you what it looks like over these winter months, and also as we're coming into the spring. Now, there's plenty to do down here as well if you're wondering what is open. Obviously the water park further down this way, just beyond Arenal, is closed until at least June, but the aquarium is just literally about 5 minutes walk from the Fontanella Playas Hotel, so that's really easy to get to and also makes a fantastic day out. Of course, there are many bus stops here as well, so if you didn't want to cycle, you can get the bus into Palma, which is super easy, and from Palma as well you can get the red and yellow TIB buses all over the island. If you want to know how to get the buses here as well, please check out this video appearing on YouTube just at the top here, and also I've put a couple of links in the description text below this video too, to articles all about using the buses here in Mallorca. Now, if you are looking at renting a bike, do head on down to Sunshine Bikes. We rented from them just a week or so ago. You can rent a bike here for around €7.50, and we had the bike for hours, for the whole afternoon as well, cycling up and down this particular area and exploring the resorts and heading in the direction of Palma too, so that's really good fun to do. Okay everyone, thank you very much for watching. So if you'd like to see more videos from this area, do check out these videos appearing on YouTube just here. If not, don't forget you can find me in the Facebook group and on my Instagram, also called Mallorca Under the Sun, and I shall see you on the next video. Goodbye for now.